This is the other gearbox. This one here, transfer box. This one here is a 36G. You can tell it's been out of a Disco or a Range Rover because it's got the pickup here for the speedometer. That means we've got to change the gear in here as well, the drive gear, because it won't fit into a cable. Well, again, it depends what it's going to do. But notice too that this has got all the later type of flange bolts in, all of them. But when we look at this side, they seem to have had an oil leak problem. Look at the silicone. Is it silicone? I hope it is. It's just blathered in it, and I bet it's been coming from here, the intermediate shaft, and again everybody just blathers them up with silicone. That's going to be a bugger to get off. And again, if you're going to send a box down, don't send it like this, because it's filthy. It's going to take a long time to clean that up. It's had some bolts out a bit before. So again, let's do the same thing. Let's take the flanges off first. Oh, they're stripped. Somebody's had some fun getting them off. Right, here we go. That's had some sealer on there. Not too bad, it's got the felt sealing. What's that one? This bolt's seen better days, look. Can you see that? Yeah, stripped. Anyway, we'll have to put new bolts in there. When I was testing this earlier, it was it's kind of nice, and I think the other one was knocky because the locking screw ring had come off, had split. Now it causes concern to think, well, what would cause that to break, that ring? I don't know. I've seen them come loose, but I've never seen one break. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Bloody, that one that's broken is actually bent. It's succumbed. This is tight. Oh. That was tight on there. It's got the seal in there. Let's take the seals out. Angus me caught up. There's one of his. Don't know whose that one is, but the seals are kind of hard. Scrap. Let's take this back one out. There we go. That looks like an original seal. Well, they do go hard with the oil, I mean, with rubber. Right, let's mark this one up as number 2. Just in case when they come out the cleaner we can't see what they are. It doesn't matter so much about the bottom casing because it's not been a machined face. So now these should be all 13mm. We'll do something different. Let's do this one first. Oh no, no, we'll do this one. Yeah, flange bolts. So those are the original flange bolts. All I do with those now is I put them through the bead blaster, sandblaster or bead blaster, and just shine them up, and then I put some crime rust proofing drink up on them. Socket right there. That's got a 17 bolt on there, so this is somebody's been. Somebody's been on this again. For that one. What's that size? Is that 15? Indeed it is. Let's see what this is going to cough up. Yeah, see, this is a nice one. This is a Range Rover-y one, and you can see when the gear comes out, there's no dog on here for a PTO because they never fitted them. And you can see it's a very fine tooth. It's a very fine pitch, and that looks really nice. And again, it's got the holes in the gear, so inside here is perfect. That's good news. What else is going to be good news? Let's have a look in here. In fact, there's a nice little prying off point here. Oh, wait a minute, I've got to go something at the door. Alright, back again. If we can get it off by prying it off here. Oh, yes we can. Oh, that should come off there. Why won't that come off? Yeah, this is a nice bearing, listen. I don't know if you can see in there that the gear on this one's a black one, but because it goes through this little transducer here, the actual shaft size is different. So if you've got one of these boxes out of a Disco 1 and you want to put it into a Defender, you've got to swap the gear, because the hole in the gear that drives the cable is a different size. And of course, generally speaking, for a Defender it's a blue gear. But we have played around with different vehicles in the past and changed this gear here for a different one to correspond for the tyre size. So this is going to be difficult because I don't know what tyres is going to put into it. So I might just leave it out and then he can put that in later himself. Now that one's tight. You can listen to this. See, this is really nice. This is really nice. Ooh. Oh. Right. Let's take this off before we get too erogenous with the old job. Now let's take this cover off here. I see one bolt's out already. Now that can usually be a sign that they've stripped off. What date is on this one? I should have had a look. There's no date stamp on this one here. On this one here, 92. 4. No, there's no date stamps on this one. Look at that, isn't it? Well, there is a thread in there, so that's good. That's nice, isn't it? Right, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's have a look at the gears. We'll get the intermediate shaft out first. Ooh, there's a lot of oil in this. Right, where's my little punchy thing? I might as well take this cover off while we're at it. Not all gearboxes, all transfer boxes and R380s and things like that, they always pick up a bit of metal. A lot of people get worried about it, there's not much really to worry about really. Right, we'll start at the highest point, which would be here. Oh, that's the lowest point. We'll start here. That's well clagged on. Ah, you see? Now, as we were talking earlier about the gears, you see that is a 1.2. You see how the gears are almost the same size? So that's that one. Next. Oh, while it's upside down like this, we'll start to take the cover bolts off here. What's happened to my extension? Where'd that go? Oh, oh, that's a tight one. I'm just trying to help it on its way. We'll take the extension off because the extension acts like a big spring sometimes. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Right, that's going to take some getting out of there. Let's take out this spring. Oh, the other ball didn't drop out, did it? I wonder if it's still in the casing. There she goes. I've got the ball out. The old simple magnet on your prick type thing. Right, so we need to get that bolt out of there. How are we going to do that? I think we'll warm up the casing a bit and see if we can break that Loctite. I don't want to put a heavier gun on it. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to snap the... And sure as God made little green bananas, that's the bolt. You can see where it was Loctited on. You see there was no rust in here. Right. And there's no reverse switch in this one either. Now, being a 1.2, usually this assembly will come out all as one. There we go. That's looking lovely. That really is looking lovely. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You can just tell, and you can see where the bolts are. Like they're black bolts. These are the originals. And there was no signs of anything. When I put the shafts in, they look really, really good. Next we'll take out the intermediate shaft. Oh, I bet you missed all that. Well, I just knocked the pin out, and you can see on the bench the absolute terrible amount of oil in there. What I do with these oily rags, oily paper, I simply put them in a barrel and burn them. I don't know. I can't put them on my wood stove, but that's the only way to get rid of them, really. Shame in it, but should I collect it up and put it into a barrel? Oh, how long do you live? Anyway, that gear is looking really tasty. In fact, the lots look. This one's a pretty good box apart from it being dirty. So we don't have to worry about this too much. But again, we're going to change the ratios, change the shafts, change an awful lot of bits and pieces. But first of all, we'll have a quick look inside. See if there's any damage or any bearing, any bolts that have gone through. Yeah, that's going to take some soaking in some petrol to get this lot off. It'll come off, but it's not the way. And you know, the funniest thing is, well, it's not funny, it depends on what sort of a sense of humour you've got. But you can see here, there's a recess around the seal. And you can see here on the gearbox side, there's a little recess with a little drain that allows oil coming from there to come out of here. However, it's very sort of common to see this seal, this casing chatter and oil come down here, and you think it's out of here, but it's not, it's out of here. So, and you can see where the oil pump has been on the R380. So, yeah, I think what I might just do is, if we can afford it, is buy some petrol in a big bucket and just soak them. Soak all the parts in petrol to get all that silicone off and get the thick of the grease and oil and dirt off. I think I have a casing outside, actually, a box outside that'll do the job. And then we can have a look and see what parts we need. But so far, on the strip down, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I'm not going to strip that diff down because I felt it inside, it felt good. And the thing is, we're going to get a load of shims of different sizes to do this, to finish this off. But now's the sort of nasty part, is to clean them. Now, another thing you've got to watch for, and I've just noticed it here. We've got this little lever on here, you know, for the diff lock. This is supposed to be attached to the arm that goes to the diff lock. Now, if you lose this bit, you cannot buy it separate. You have to buy it with the whole complete shaft assembly. This isn't good. This isn't very good at all. So, like I say, they come in handy for spares sometimes. But I don't know, he's going to put it into an LS conversion. How he's going to do the high and low shift is a mystery to me. But I know you can buy a lot of bits. I had some once before, but I let them all go. I haven't got any left at all, those housings. But anyway, that's the story so far. See you later.